I'm going in the backyard to escape.
You want to go escape? No, you trying to get on. What? Hey, we on live.
Come back. Bye, Mom.
Hi, I'll be up here. Bailey, watch your sister. Hi, you guys. Hello. Back with a banger. No, I'm just playing. This could be my introduction. Hi, you guys. This is my very first YouTube video. I would like to thank everybody for coming and watching, taking the time to watch our video. We greatly appreciate it. It does help our channel. We are new to this. Nope, scratch. We ain't new to this. We're true to this, but it is our first video, so I guess we are new to this. We're gonna leave it at that. But my name is LaShanta, and welcome again to Pain into Passion TV. Of course, it's being my first video, I might be a little off. You know what I'm saying? But ain't none of my stuff scripted. It will never be scripted. I just come straight off the dome and I tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yes. So we started, my page is called Pain into Passion TV, you know, because your girl been going through it. You heard me? But we fixing to flip out it up. You know what I'm saying? We taking back our life. You know what I'm saying? We're taking back our time and all that. We're taking it back. And that's what I'm determined to do. That's what I'm left to do. You know what I'm saying? And how Pain into Passion TV even evolved is, of course, the first word, pain, out of pain. So, and trauma. I sit before you with a big old smile. 90% of the time that you see me, I will always have a smile on my face. I don't care what life is dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just all I know. I'm going to go ahead and take these out because we don't need them. I keep these in my ear all the time. But 90% of the time, you will always see a smile on my face. I do have some real serious issues, you know, upon me. But how I know to get through them is just to keep going. It was a point in my life that I had lost that will. You know what I'm saying? I had lost that will. I lost the will to live. I lost the will to live. Don't ever lose your will to live. You hear me? But Pain into Passion TV is about turning trauma into passion and began living in my purpose. I had November of last year, November of 2022, um, the very beginning of November. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had a mental breakdown. Like I've literally never felt like that before. I had some evil thoughts about myself, and I cried out. I cried out to the Lord. I've always known who my Lord and Savior was. I'm outside. That was a motorcycle. But I've always known who my Lord and Savior was. He has kept me through so much, you know what I'm saying? Even before this, He definitely has kept me through so much, you know what I'm saying? I've literally had two cardiac arrests in my life. First, age 27. The second was age 34. Mhm. 27 turns into 9, 34 turns into 7. Remember that. Um, and both times was after birth, was after giving birth um, with my last two children. And so again, I've always known who my Lord and Savior was. He showed me that the very first time I went into cardiac arrest. I seen some things that most people would never be able to experience in their life. That was him showing me that I'm a chosen one of his, that I'm a chosen one. Again, like I said, my second one was when I was 34. After I had my last child, I got yes, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm trying not to be nervous. I'm trying not to be nervous. So my second one was after I had my last child. Um, and that cardiac arrest was a whole lot different from the first. The first one, I just went out. I wasn't able to feel nothing. Thank God I had nurses right there in the moment that were able to resuscitate me. I was at the hospital both both times, because both times was like 11 to 12 days each. Like the first one was 11 days, and the second time, which was 7 years later, was 12 days after after giving birth. And so I was able to be at the hospital both times.
I'm trying to close it to this way.
Give us a second. This is my youngest one that I was speaking about.
Mm. Why can I not close?
Okay, just leave it here.
It's supposed to close this way.
Where's your phone? Leave it there. Where's your phone? Say hi to YouTube.
Why?
Okay, you can go then if you don't want to say hi.
Hi.
Let me finish my story and then I'll bring you and you can have a short story time with me. How about that?
No. I want long story time.
Okay, well, let me finish my story and then you can have a long story time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, introduce yourself.
Can I sit by myself? Am I?
We'll see. We'll grow. As we go, we'll grow. Mm. Okay, go get your phone.
Why?
Go get your phone. So,
I don't know where it's at.
I put it, where did you leave it?
It was on the kitchen table.
You want to take Bailey in or? What's that in there? 'Cause I really didn't want to make this video just too long. I was trying to finish it up. It's on the table. I'll call you back out so you can have your story time, okay? Okay. I forget where I was at. But yeah, basically, I've had two cardiac arrests in life. So I am very connected spiritually. Um, sometimes because am I'm like real quiet, I'm very reserved, regardless of what people may think I am. I'm very reserved. Well, go look in the room. I'm not sure where it's at. You had it. I'm very reserved. So I don't do a lot of talking, or I didn't, before. You know what I'm saying? A little shy. But the Lord has brought me through all of that because that was one of the things that I had to manifest. It's overcoming my fear of talking amongst people, and but I asked that if I was gonna do this, all I asked it is if I could be myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to try to be nobody else. I didn't want to come on here pretending, to be something that I wasn't, or acting. I wanted to be my genuine self, my normal self. And so here we are. The Lord has helped me with those things. And so after my second event, that let me know more, which the second one was in 2016, April of 2016. And so I got to experience more, meaning I was able to feel, hear, see everything, everything, everything. You hear me? What made this one, excuse me, what made this one, the second one, different from the first one was because the first one I didn't have a internal defibrillator. So after I had that first cardiac arrest, they did insert a defibrillator in me. So when I had my second one, I had the internal defibrillator. So the internal defibrillator allowed me to feel a whole lot more than I wanted to feel because it shocked me 54 times trying to get my heart rhythm back into its correct rhythm, in which it never got back into its correct rhythm, um, because the battery wound up going dead. Like the doctors told me that I was definitely a miracle. I was a miracle. I've heard this like literally all my life. All my life. I mean, well, since I started dealing, since I was 27, since the first one, you know what I'm saying? That's when I started finding out more of my medical, you know what I'm saying? And being interested in knowing what exactly is with me. Because even before I had my first one, I was vibrant. I love sports. I love to run. I was a model. Um, or that was my dreams. I did a few, but I started having kids and stuff like that. So, I live life. I literally live life. I have not had the best life, but I had a great life. You know what I'm saying? I After adult, when I turned adultish and started taking care of myself, I made sure that I had a great life. You know, and so that's what it was. So after this, so I say all that to say that I've always been connected to the spiritual realm. However, because of society and the people that I was around, I never spoke about it. I never really talked about it. Too much. I never really talked about it too much. And then if I did talk about it, it would be, very brief or whatever, because people would be like, oh, I can't believe that, and then when I did talk about it, I got sympathy. I don't like to be looked at as a sympathy or a charity case, which is why I'm very much reserved. You know, I just try to do and take care of stuff the best I can. The Lord provides for me, He has. It, it might not be what some of y'all think providing is, but the Lord has provided for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have everything I want, but I have everything that I need. He has given me that, He has shown me that. And so, going back to November of last year, So after the second event, I got well. I went back to work. Um, I worked as a nurse since I was 18. Started off as a CNA. My job signed me back to school. I went and got my medication aid license, and then I stayed there. I again had those few events in between, which is why I never further wasn't able at that time at those times to further my career, which is what I always had planned to do. I wanted to stair step my way into up into the medical life and world as I was, because what I learned and understood that just because you're a RN, like I worked in around, just because you are RN, that like you need you still need the compassion, you still need the heart, you know what I'm saying, you still need to know how to work the flow. A lot of them get up there and don't act like they can't, but we ain't that ain't what this video about. That ain't what this video about. So what I wanted to do was, because I did start off as a CNA and I was able to go back and do the medication aid, I was going to go back and do LVN, and then I was going to go back and get my RN license, work my way, because I have to work and go to school. So my goal was to work. My goal was to work, and then get to where I wanted to be in life, or whatever. Which my end goal was RN. So anyway, I had my last child, and then after that last event, I went back to work, and so like probably 4 or 5 months later, after I had that event, got back into the swing of things. I go to work as I usually do. Get up.
That's if I can go for an hour.
Did you see him outside? Did you see his dad outside?
No.
Okay, go knock on the door. I'm sitting right here in the van. Please don't think I'm sidetracked. Please don't think I'm sidetracked. That means go knock on the door. Ask if Alan can come outside. And the vet is to come back and let me know what it said. Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah. Y'all gonna get to know me. Y'all gonna get to know me. I'm cooler than a fan. Some things I don't. We don't go there. So as I'm going back into work, because I'm already 18 minutes into this video, I go back to work, getting back into my normal routine. You know what I'm saying? I will always work long hours. I will always have two jobs at a time. You know what I'm saying? um, Working at different facilities. I love my job. You know what I'm saying? I love my job. My job is what gave me purpose. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Every time I would come home, that's all my kids heard me talk about was the residents that I cared for. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a good day or a bad day. You know what I'm saying? That was just me. So I go to work and I wound up getting hurt. I wound up getting injured. But this day was a different day. A different day, like now other. I'm gonna tell y'all how God works. God put this on my heart to tell the story. And I keep on pushing it off. You know what I'm saying? But he said, go. It- He said, go, you know, go. I'm like, okay, hey, I'm going. Good. So this day was like now other, because again, I'm a medication aide. So I actually pass out medicine. I really don't work the floor as a CNA as much, you know what I'm saying? But this day, the lady asked me if I could work the floor because.
They didn't answer.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll try back a little later. It's just 6:30 or whatever. Maybe they'll be home later. Okay. But the lady asked me to work the floor. She was short, but I see it now. I said, fine, fine. It was a day shift. I was gonna get off at 2 o'clock that evening. You know what I'm saying? Money made. Get off early. I'm good. So I did, but this facility that I was working at, child, it was. If you ever worked in nursing homes, you know what this means. It was bad. It was bad. And I hadn't been working there that long, or whatever. But they love the way that I work because some things I can't understand. Like I can't understand why a resident hadn't been showered in over a year, and he's been asked. You know what I'm saying? That's this the type of stuff that I was up against. This the type of stuff. This particular resident that I got injured from. That's exactly what happened. So he asked me, if he could have a shower. I was going to give him a bed bath, and he asked if he could have a shower. He was like, I hadn't had a shower in over a year. I was like, are you serious? He was like, yes. So anyway, I go get the Hoya lift. We transfer him. Bam, get him to the shower. The man is just so grateful out this world. You know what I'm saying? He was so grateful that he had water like literally ran over his body. You know what I'm saying? So once I got through showering, shaved him, you know what I'm saying, made him look like a new man. He was happy. Come back out the shower, and the Hoya lift is gone because he this is why he hadn't had a shower in so long, was because of his weight, which was not an excuse because they had a Hoya lift. But the employees, the girls, just did not want to deal with him.
Mama, this one was messing with my phone, and he might have did something.
No, go plug it up, Nabel. Let me finish the video. Let me finish. Go plug it up. It's a charger. You're okay. She's so anxious, y'all, to get on YouTube with me, and I want. We're gonna get into it because that's my little sidekick right there. That's my sidekick. She the one that done really got me back.
You are actually my sidekick.
Yeah. She the one that done got me back in my spirits and all that. You know what I'm saying? She keep me on my toes, all that. But yeah, let me finish telling this story, okay?
Okay.
And so once I got through getting him a shower and all that, he was like so happy. We about to transfer him back to his chair and all this. Well, we figured I found out that the somebody had came and got the Hoya lift that I had. Yeah, that Alabama Alabama frog. Y'all know I had to pull out this for this. But yeah, I found out that somebody had got the Hoya lift out the shower room or whatever. So I go and I call for the nurse, to see if we can get this Hoya lift back. Anyway, make a long story short, because I go into deeper details on the injury and all that. The nurse, she basically said, we're going to buy the lift. Not we, as in her. She told me to go get two other coworkers. So we did all that. His electric wheelchair wound up breaking in midair. We had to hold this 327-pound man in the air. And y'all, let me show you. Yeah, look, look, look. I'm, I'm little. I'm little. I've always been little. Only time I had weight on me is when I was pregnant or whatever. So I've always been little, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I've always been serious about my job. And so his oxygen came out his nose and we started losing him where he was going to the floor. And so I've always been very, very, very protective over my residents. I have not ever had incidents of my residents getting hurt. And it wasn't going to start that day. You hear me? Um, so as we're holding him up, trying to get this wheelchair, because we had three people, me, another coworker, and then the third person was supposed to pull up and get him in the chair, get the chair behind him, so we could pull him up, pull his clothes up, and set him down, or whatever. And so the third person, the wheelchair broke on her, so she had to pick it up and kind of scoot it up to us, or whatever. All this time, me and the other person is like holding this man up in the air. So bam, as soon as she got the chair behind us, you know what I'm saying? We just barely set him on the corner to where he wouldn't drop on the floor, because that's what I was worried about. I was like, he can't go down. Don't let him hit this floor. Don't let him hit this floor. So we had to pick him up and put him in the chair. Well, as soon as that happened, and then we have to pick him up again to scoot him back. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a reposition or whatever, because we're only scooting him at the end of the chair to get everybody to reposition. You know what I'm saying? So soon as soon as we got this man safe and secure, ooh, baby, baby, I was hurting. I was hurting all on my right side, from my hip all the way down my right leg. And that's where it started. You know what I'm saying? That's where my injury started. So I go to the nurse, bam. They send me to their nurse or whatever. I mean, they send me, the nurse signed me to the doctor right then on point, on site. You know what I'm saying? I left from the job or whatever, going to the doctor, and I ain't been right ever since. That was January the 3rd, 2018. Yes. Unbeknownst, I think I said that right. To me, I was unaware of what Texas workers' compensation was. All I knew was I was injured. The job was paying for me to get better so I could get back to work. I had to go to the doctors week, every week. But every week, I mean, from that day, I just had pain all down my right side, from my hip all the way down. I still have radiating pain down my right side, which is, what it is, or whatever. So I go to all their doctors. Finally, we get a treatment plan. If y'all ever know anything about Texas workers' compensation, they try to push you off around about, I think it's 104 weeks or something like that. They try to get you better, but if you're not better, it's kind of like they have to make a decision as to, you know, disabled, or she can go back to work. You know, and so going through that process, I had to go to the state doctor, to their state doctor, like 3 times before I was literally. Um, he said no, she's not ready. I got my impairment rating or whatever, and so I never was able. He told me I can't go back to work because I have radiating pain, um, which now has turned into nerve damage on my right side. I drag my leg. I can't run. I can't skip. I can't hop. I can't. I can stand. I could, I can act like I'm okay, but I'm not okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not okay. I can't get out here and play with my kids like I used to could do. You know what I'm saying? I can't go out here. I used to ride horses. I used to do everything. The more, the longer from the actual incident, which was the beginning of the incident, the longer we are getting out, which is now 5 years, the worse it is getting. So we're gonna fast forward, because you say, well, how does it get to 5 years? Exactly. Uh, you have to keep in mind that COVID came 2020. 2020 was the year that COVID had came, and that was around the time my 104 weeks was up. I had to be released off, but that's when I got my impairment rating. Well, the insurance company, which is Sedgwick, get your foot up off my neck, Sedgwick Insurance Company, and do your job, because that's what's been going on this whole time. Sedgwick Insurance Company um, did not um, accept the the medical diagnosis that their state doctors had given me. Right, Sedgwick did not accept it, so we had to go to court. We had to go to court and see what was compensable and what was not compensable. Compensable means that they were on the hook for it, because Sedgwick was saying that my injuries, they were not compensable, meaning that they did not have to pay for them. Okay, because right before my 104 weeks was up, we found out, because I had to, the whole time they were giving us a hard time with even getting treatment done. You know what I'm saying? So I wound up being able to see a neurologist because it got so bad. That's how I found out I got nerve damage. You know what I'm saying? In my right side, like I have to pick up my leg or whatever. I scoop my leg, and so that's when I found out that I had nerve damage or whatever, and then the radiculopathy, um, and all that on my L5, S1 nerve or whatever. So they signed me to a neurologist. The neurologist said that I have uh, paterculitis, and I might be pronouncing it a little wrong. I have paterculitis, which is the congenital birth defect. It is a birth defect, but here, ooh, don't stop there. Don't stop there. So paterculitis is a congenital birth defect, but a lot of people have or not a lot, but it's not like rare. You know what I'm saying? People have it, they live with it, and have no issues with it. And that's what had happened with me. Like I had lived with it for 36, because I was 36 when this injury happened. I had lived with it for 36 years and never knew I had it. You know, even through those first two cardiac events, you know what I'm saying? Because it never affected my back. The cardiac events never affected my back. So we never, knew that I had this congenital birth defect. And what paterculitis is when at your hip, when your L5 S1 bone is fused together. So what happened was when I got injured, the paterculitis was asymptomatic. It became asymptomatic after the injury. So you have the injury, which became the herniated disc, the L5 S1 herniated disc, is what originally started all this. The herniated disc came from the strain and constraint of lifting the resident. That's where it initially started. Now, with that strain, that put strain on my paterculitis syndrome, which is the bone that is connected at my right hip, which made it then asymptomatic. So now this is why the insurance company, we were having problems with the insurance company. But Texas law states that you can have a congenital birth defect, and the injury was if the work injury was caused the birth defect to be asymptomatic, then that is compensable. So that's what we were dealing with. Come 2020, the insurance company, when I'm coming up off my 104 weeks, the insurance company said, well, we don't agree with the state doctor that those are compensable injuries, and we are not going to take that in, which was the peritonitis. They actually didn't want to take none other than the herniated disc or whatever. And so that's the only one that they were willing to work with me on. But I had to continue to, I went to the state doctor like 3 times, and they said, no, this is compensable because the peritonitis was aggravated by the herniated disc, which is the job injury. It is compensable. And so um, that's what we had dealt with. And Sedgwick was not trying to hear that. So at this point, I'm still, this is around May, April, May of 2020, which is right at the time we got COVID, where everything started shutting down or whatever. So we had to go to court. I said, no, 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 no. I don't like that. I don't like that. And
Let's go, Mom.
And Nevaeh, let me finish. You have to let me finish, baby. I'm trying to be nice. You have to let me finish because I'm on live. I don't want to start over. I'll lose everything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know the phone is ringing. I know it is, but I just want to get through the story. Okay? Okay? Okay. So I had to go. I am gonna try to wrap this up, and we'll continue it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I had to go to court. Right now, we went to. Hold on, y'all, just a second. Let me take this call because this is about some business. Hello. Yes, ma'am, I am. Okay, okay, that'll work. All right, bye.
Huh?
Okay, let me hurry up because I got somebody come. So basically, what happened? We had to go to court. We had to go back to court because again, this is the Texas workers' compensation. Like, what I didn't understand is that no lawyer, when they heard Texas workers' compensation, everybody runs. Like, there is nobody. I have literally have not found nobody that will touch a Texas workers compensation case because it is so complicated. It's complicated, you know what I'm saying? But we were able to get a judge to we went to court because, like I said, the insurance company was refuting it, so we had to go before a court. And the judge stated that all the injuries were compensable, that yes, they are compensable. So that is a standing order. That is a standing order. This is what this insurance company is supposed to be medically treating me for. So then my doctors, the doctors that they sent me to, these are not doctors that I chose. You know what I'm saying? These are the doctors that they sent me to. I was very compliant with it. But the we came up with a medical plan. We did all that. We tried injections, we tried pain medicine. You know what I'm saying? I've been up and up and up and up on pain medicine. I am now currently on Percocets. Yes, y'all know that song, Miley Percocets. Miley Percocets. That's why sometimes I be crunk like this. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go there because I feel like I don't want to be on drugs, especially drugs that are high like that, that keeps me depressed, that keeps me down, that keeps me sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was going through up into this November when I had that mental breakdown, which is what I'm fixing to get back to. So bam. So once they switched me over to the Percocets, which was in May of 2022. So from May to November, I really did. I started experiencing all kinds of things on these drugs, like hallucinations, like suicide. Yes. I was telling the doctors, I was screaming to people. It has started affecting my family, things in my family and stuff. Will you go get my charger right here by the
What you singing?
no, the charger to the computer. It
On
has
your
started
desk?
coming into my family life and things like that, and I was really getting depressed. I was screaming out to everybody. Let me go get my charger, you guys, because I don't want this video to get lost. And then I got her coming over here, so okay, let me put this up. I know y'all. This is kind of for the first video, but I told y'all was gonna have to bear with me. But we like 40 minutes in, so um, but yeah, so that's what I was dealing with. I just started screaming out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? But because I was the bubbly person, I think the signs went unnoticed. People really didn't think I was what I was experiencing or whatever. So in November of 2022 is when I definitely had my breakdown. I couldn't take it no more. I could not take it no more. I wanted to take the whole bottle of Percocets and just off myself. I, I don't know if I could say that on YouTube. I don't want it. Yeah, but I do want to be very transparent. You know what I'm saying? I do want to be very transparent because that's what I was experiencing. I never want anybody to feel like that. And if you do feel like that, please get some help. Get some help. So I went on YouTube. I went on Facebook and I started trying there. But again, I'm shy. I'm reserved. But Spirit led me there to say those little things in the moment. So I started. That's when my spiritual journey started. It's a few more things that I did leave out. You know what I'm saying? Like I had lost my brother and my cousin. In the midst of all this, back in 2019, of July of 2019. And so when November had came around, I was going through so much. All I knew is to call out, call out. I had already, like I said, I already knew who the Lord was. You know what I'm saying? But it was deeper than that. It was deeper than that. Like I had to call out to my peoples. I had to call out to my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I had to call out to my ancestors. You hear me? Because I was hurting. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to leave my kids. I knew that. I knew if I took my own, you know, that my kids would have to live in this world without me. I never wanted that to be, you know what I'm saying? But that's how real depression is. That's how real mental is, you know what I'm saying? And so I began to go through this spiritual journey. The Lord allowed me to, He had to take me away from everybody. I did. I distanced myself from a lot, you know what I'm saying? I started trying to get back to myself the best way, but I started spending time to myself. I started meditating. I, s- I started I started figuring out who I was, where I got lost at. I started to find my will. I'm sorry, y'all. I started to get my will back. I said, Lord, I said, you know what I've been going through. Not once did I lay down. I fought them, and I'm still fighting with them. Nobody showed me how to do none of this legal stuff, you know what I'm saying? Nobody showed me how to uh, file legal documents or nothing like that. I said, Lord, if you show me what I need, then I'm gonna get it done. And I did. I did. And right now to this day, this is why I have the shirt on. You know, it's more to it. We'll get into it as my videos come. But right now, to this day, I am so proud. I'm proud of myself. I'm so proud. I have now been able to get my case into a civil court um, for violation of my civil rights. They have violated me. They have ignored me. They have refused treatment. They have left me. I can't go to work. I cannot go on anybody's job for 8 hours plus and do what I need to do. You guys, if y'all, my sister is about to pull, sister-in-law is about to pull up. So I'm gonna mute this here in just a second. Y'all know this is the first video, but it'll be just for a second. You know what I'm saying? That way I won't have to start a live over. You know, as I'm getting more into these videos. Hopefully I get better. I know I will. I know I will. This is just my first video, and I was really trying to keep it under 100. I mean, 100 under an hour. You know, so but she's on her way up here. But yeah, so um, okay, I'm gonna mute y'all for just a second. I'll be right back. Right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I hope this thing don't fall on me neither. Yeah, and I know I'm out here looking a black hot mess, but this is me. I love myself. I love myself for real, for real. Please don't get it twisted. I think what Boosie say, black and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? For real. But yeah, so um it was then, you know what I'm saying? The Lord showed me that He showed me so much. You know what I'm saying? I had to experience so much. He had to break down so much to me, y'all. I'm talking about like from shadow work. You feel me? That's some that's some that's some dirty stuff. When you do your shadow work and you really trying to heal whole holistically, man, that's some stuff. I ain't never felt that. I ain't never had to, you know what I'm saying? Trauma, you know what I'm saying? Trauma started with me when I was 7. First time I can remember. 14. Yeah. All these stories, we'll get into it on my page, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but he showed me that when you're down and you're out, people don't look at you the same. People don't treat you the same. And although I was doing this in silence because all the time I was working behind the scenes trying to keep my voice alive in courts. Everybody know that courts take a long time. You don't just get nothing, done in a month or two. I don't went through denial after denial after denial after denial. I reached out to Social Security because I knew that these people are telling me I cannot go to nobody's job. Like I can't. I have days where I just lay in bed and I just cry. I just cry because people are looking at me mad because they got to go to work, and I'm looking at them like I wish I could go to work. You feel me? And it was just so much. But I'm telling you, it was that whole part. It just hurted me so much that how people treat you when life happens to you. That was the hardest part. That's still the hardest part for me. That is still the hardest part. That's why I had to find something. I knew it was something out there better. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I called on my ancestors. I called on my ancestors. So much came up out of that. You know what I'm saying? They gave me and helped me find my will to live again. You know what I'm saying? To smile. To what I'm saying, to get up, to GBU, get back up, because that's my slogan from now to to I get my butt back up. GBU crew. That's my crew. GBU. And so and how to fight, get back up. You don't quit. You don't quit until they put you under. You know what I'm saying? I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. What's that song? I'm still alive. I'm still alive. But you don't quit until they put you on. So I had to find myself. I hope this video, so it showed me that my purpose is to teach. My purpose has always been to teach. I've just been too shy. Too shy. If you ever worked with me, dealt with me, known me, no, we only had good vibes. You know what I'm saying? We only had. I'm a good person. I'm probably one of the best people that you'll ever meet. You know what I'm saying? Unless you cross me the wrong way. But I don't have very many people cross me because I don't let people in my space like that. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do, I let you know I don't like that. I don't like that. Or you can get away from me. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I went on this spiritual journey. The Lord showed me so much. I'm here now today, which is August the 10th of 2023. I have my spirits back. I'm getting them back. I still have my days. I still have my days. I still have my days. And like I said, with me taking the high pain medication that I take, I definitely have my days. You know what I'm saying? Some days I can't do nothing. And then it be days where I tell myself, well, I don't want to be high. Like, I feel like they think it's okay. Well, just prescribe her. Just prescribe her some medicine. She'll be okay. No, your body. I had to, I want to detox myself of all things that don't mean my body. Wholeness and wellness. I hear people say and laugh at people for being drug addicts. I feel like I'm a drug addict. I feel like they have made me a drug addict, an okay drug addict. a functional drug addict. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I want to be whole and I want to be well. I don't know if I ever have this surgery. I don't know because the surgery is like 100,000 plus, which is why the insurance company is giving me the worst time because it's a transectomy. I might not be saying it right. Vasectomy, where they have to go in and fuse that bone. You know what I'm saying? And it takes the pressure because I still have the herniated disc protruding from my right side, which is why I can't do it's the prolonging of activities. Like I could go out here and try. I exercise because if I don't exercise, it makes like my body forgets that I have a leg, you know. So I have to keep it relevant. You know what I'm saying? I do try to keep it relevant by exercising or whatever. But if I just do nothing, then it begins to even get weaker. But it's the prolonging of it. Like I can't do nothing for 30, 40 minutes straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm always sitting down. I'm always shifting. I'm always, you know, doing something to alleviate the pain, or whatever. And that's what I've been doing. But yeah, so this is my first video, my introduction into pain, into Passion TV, kind of let you know what my pain. And again, ooh ooh it's Mo. It's Mo where that come from. I'm I want to be very transparent in my walk in my way. I want to be able to help a child or even somebody my age or older, you know what I'm saying, to inspire them to get back up. GBU crew, to get back up. You know what I'm saying? When you down, get back up. When you down, when you've been thrown in the mud, squattle. You squattle. Don't you stop squattling in that mud. Don't you stop squatting. It's okay to squattle in the mud. But get back up. Because if you stop squattling, that means you're going to be stuck in the mud. Just get back up. Get back up. Get your mind together. And get back up. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in my life. You know what I'm saying? I still have two kids, two underage kids, you know what I'm saying, that need me. I have three. My oldest is she's um, a pre-adult. I mean, adult, a young adult. Yeah, she's a young adult or whatever, and so she's 22. She helps me a lot. I help her. She needs her mother. My two kids that are here, they need me. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of it all, it just got me because I don't have no financial. I don't have any financial help. You know what I'm saying? I fought and fought and fought. But the reality is I don't have financial help. So security turned me down. Um, and like I said, with the Texas workers' compensation issue or whatever, they're only supposed to be it's not financial anymore because you quit that at 104 weeks or whatever. It's supposed to be just medical. You know what I'm saying? So they really supposed to even be paying for my medicine, but they're not paying for my medicine. I pay for my own stuff to get high. But yeah, I don't have any financial stability for myself as an individual. I have to rely on others. That was another thing that we will get into that was so hard for me. That was the hardest thing. Because people say they want to do stuff for you, but they show different. They show different. And they treat you different. I don't like that. I don't like that. If you're going to help me, help me. But do not throw it back at me. Do not. I'll go without. And I have been for a long time. I've been going without because I don't want to ask somebody for nothing. Because I know how people get. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like it's, you know what I'm saying? I know how people get. They act like they want to help you until they help you. And then, man, but y'all, it's been good. I'm gonna end it. I'm at an hour right now. We're probably gonna go into an hour and 3 minutes or something. My name, again, this channel is Painted to Passion. Over here, we're gonna help people. We're gonna learn how to get our get back. You know what I'm saying? Over here, this video will stay up. It will stay live. I am seeking to have this video monetized, our page monetized as well. Um, so if you would please subscribe to our channel, help us to get 1,000 subscribers so we can start going live on from my phone, because apparently I can't go live. I can only go live on my computer or webcam, and so I want to be able to go live when we're out and about or whatever, to keep up with the family. I thank you guys. I love you guys. I don't even know y'all, but I know we about to have a lot of friends, and we're waiting to meet all our new friends. So until next time, we will get back. Everybody stay blessed, stay well. Make sure you're drinking your water and do you some meditation. Do you some meditation. Life really ain't that hard, or is it? It's all about how you make of it, I'm learning that. I'm learning that. I'm learning that. So y'all come along with me. Learn with me. Love y'all. Peace.